Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome to the channel for the very first time. Thanks for dropping by. Today I'm doing a little bit of a de-stash because, as you can see, I've got lots of smallish scrap bits of paper, and I'm going to do some well, they're kind of like, well, they are clusters, sort of. But these are going to be like a page edge, but more of a tuck spot sized page edge, not like the longer ones that I made a few videos ago, which are also a tuck spot. But yeah, these ones are a bit more tuck spot sized. You know, generally they fit in a corner, although you don't have to necessarily put these in a corner. You can put them halfway up the page. You can put them in the top or bottom corner on a page edge. Yeah, you could put them on the spine edge as well. It doesn't really matter. Just that, yeah, these are a cluster. I don't know. It's hard to explain until I do it. These are a cluster of some description, and they will quite easily create a tuck spot for something. And these are inspired by Amity Bloom. So what I've got here is I've got all my remnant bits of paper. I've got a couple of bits off to the side here as well, and I've got these remnant pieces of manila folder. I'm not expecting to make all of this up into clusters on the video, but we will see. And I'm going to do a little bit of a variation on a couple of them as well. And I'm embellishing mine different to the ones I saw on Amity Bloom. So, you know, very much inspired by what she's done. And I'm sure I've done this sort of thing before. But when I was watching her videos the other day, I came across this one and I thought, oh, yeah, I reckon I've done those before. I should do them again. And I watched her video. I love the way she did hers. So we're going to try, we're going to similar, but I'm changing it up into like my own sort of style. I'm adding a little bit of me into it as well. It's probably something she would have thought of too, but I think she was just keeping them relatively simple. And yeah, because she's got some, she's full of wonderful ideas, that young lass. I just am gobsmacked by her creativity. So anyway, let's just get cracking on with it. I haven't really been anywhere or done much, so I won't be full of conversation today. So I might just, I might have a little bit to say here and there, but I think what I'll do is I'll try and get all that out of the way first, and then for the latter part of the video I will do a time lapse, and that, so I can see if I can get through as much as possible. So I'm just trying to decide on, this is a good width. So I'll tell you, it is 8 centimeters. Yep, 8 centimeters in width. They could be a bit bigger, but I wouldn't do them any smaller. And the length, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking that I could do them 8 by 8, I reckon. Shall I do them 8 by 8 or 8 by 10? I might do 8 by 10. That way I could stick a taller card in if I wanted to. Okay, so do I have, I don't have a pen handy, I don't think. Do I have one handy? Yes, I do. All right, it was about there. About that. All right, scissors. I'm not going to worry too much about. Look at my scissors are growing paper. I'm not going to be overly perfect with the, whether it's straight or not. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be covered up. Anyway. See, and that could be just a little one. It's all good. So I might use this one as a template for the length. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well and that all your Christmas preparations and everything are coming along smoothly. I still have a couple of Christmas gifts to organise, and I've got to buy my daughter's Christmas stocking gift again because I ate hers, and because I had the need to fulfill a sugar craving, and so I ate her gift that I bought for her stocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we might do it an even 10, shall we? There we go. And I can use these other bits for something else. I'll chuck them in my, what's in my box. And I might put 2 out and do 2 at a time. I'll see how I go. I don't usually follow through too well on that sort of thing, so we'll just see how we go. Where's my book pages? Oh, here it is. This is an old Heidi book, but I love the colour of it. So it's not overly old, and the text is just like standard, but it's the colour that I love. So and I've got some large remnants of wallpaper down here, so I might get into that as well. glue. So I'm just going to tear it off. There. All right. So I'm all organised. Let's just so it doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit or not, you know, either way, it doesn't really matter. Okay. And I did a really naughty thing. I forgot to put the lid on my glue stick. So now I'm down to this one glue, I think. I don't think I've got any more. I might have one in my art room, but I don't have any here. Now, I need to move this for a minute. I just reorganised myself. So if you want to do this with me, just some scrap papers is all good. And I've got some bits and pieces to embellish with. I've got these little sentiments from the Hortensia kit, which I can put on. I've got some buttons and charms, because I think I'm going to attach some of those. I may put lace, I don't know. I have no idea. But it's not really my intention to put lace. Okay. I'm loving this embossed paper. It's just awesome. I'm going to pop that on there. Take the lid off, Jen. Alright, and now while I think about that, I'm going to get the other one started. What will I do? I'll start with book page first. It's always a good starting point if you sort of don't really know what you're doing. Book page is always a good starting point. Yeah. I don't want any straight edges too much. Well, I don't mind the odd one, but I don't really want too many straight edges. Now, don't know what I want to do with this. I might some of this. That way. Okay. Okay, so I still need something there, so I might put some of this music sheet there. And I'm going to take that off because it's just yucky. It feels like packaging type tape. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use PVA glue for this. And I'm just going to glue it a little bit on one side. Like that. So I've already designated this one will be on the right side of a journal spread. So, and now I'm going to go on to the next one. I don't know what I'll do on here. Do I want to do something different? What's this? Oh, look at that. was watching one of the Roxy Creations videos just before I came on, while I was sorting through buttons and charms and stuff, so that I didn't have to do that on the video. And she was doing I think it's amazing, you know, like when you watch other junk journalists and see what it is that they create, and how, you know, just how it changes your perception on, you know, on what you think of certain things. Like, I would never go into an op shop and purchase a might pop that there, and purchase a stack of oh, I don't know, like a stack of, say, oh, what was she using? I can't, I know what she was using and I can't get the words out. It's so simple. You know, the postcards that are more modern, you know, touristy ones. And hers were from the 70s, maybe 80s. She had them in her what's in her box type, you know, her to-do box. And I was watching her make them different somehow, and they actually looked really good. You know, like, I'm not saying that she couldn't have done it. I mean, Rachel is quite a creative lady. But, you know, like, what I'm trying to say is, you know, like, I would never have thought to have them in my stash at all. You know, and really, why wouldn't you? Because quite often you can get them where they haven't even been used, so the back is perfect, so it's a great journaling spot, and then you could just cover over the whole thing and make the whole front completely different. But what Rachel did, she left part of the picture and just collaged some other bits over parts of it, and they looked really cool. And I thought, I never would have thought to do that. It's amazing the inspiration you can find from other creators now. Now that doesn't look like too much at the moment. So what am I going to do? I'm going to leave them for now and just do another couple. I've got kind of an idea, so we'll just keep going and we'll make some more. I'm going to pop that down there. Yeah, it's just, she's very clever. I guess that's why I like watching her videos, because she always does something that I would never have thought of myself. I'm going to stick that little bit there and sort out the gaps after. You know, so next time you're in an op shop and you see these, I'm going to definitely look at them and see if I can be inspired. Yeah. going to pop that there. So kudos to you, Rachel, for being a clever chook. What else will I put? This bit of, no, similar colour. Right, stick that up there. Okay. So should have left those tickets out. I've got these ones here too. These are ones that I never really use anymore. So I want to try and start using things that I've, you know, been hoarding. I need just pop those there for a moment. Okay. What else will I do with it? Don't know. I do not know. Don't know. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to procrastinate on it for too long. Stuff will come to me as I'm working. Right. I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, I went op shopping and I came across, I didn't come across a lot, but I did find some really cool books to pull apart. One of them in particular I bought simply because it want to do that. Simply because it had a really cool soft cover. It's very vintage. It's I think it's from the 70s. It's a reader, a child's reader. I actually got 2 readers. And I got they call them collector's paper dolls, and she's still got her dresses and 2 or 3 hats, and you know, it was really cool. I'm gonna pop that there. But I'm not keeping. I'm going to scan it, but I'm giving the original to a friend who does junk journaling, and her journals are lovely and actually quite different to mine. We've both got a very different style. I'm going to use a piece of this. No, it's the same, too much the same. What about this? What's this here? No. Oh, what's this? This. Yeah, so I'm going to stick it in her Christmas present. She will love it. Pop it that way. I'm not sure if I would actually use it myself. Don't want that there. Too late now. That's why I thought I'll just scan it, because I don't know if I would, use. I've got paper dolls. I've got ones that I won't get rid of. I am going to use those ones because I'm going to make a journal for myself. Even though I don't actually really use, I write in a notebook. If I want to do any journaling, I just write it in a notebook. But a friend of mine gave me this paper doll set, so I'm going to actually do something with it now. I'm going to pop that there. And I've gone and covered up that tuck when I wasn't supposed to. I didn't want, I created a tuck spot for a reason. So now I have to mend it. go. No mistakes. There's no mistakes. Yeah, there we go. Ta-da! All fixed. Okay. Next one. That's 4. Come here. Pop that there. And I might have some of this under here. Yeah. Like that. This is a bit of a Dutch, a book from the, I reckon from the 70s, maybe 80s, about farming in the Netherlands. And okay, so I'm going to actually put this on here like that. This on here like so. Take that bit off. Now I just got this piece under here, which I think I will glue that down. And I'm going to use this piece. No, it's not big enough. Oh, I've got this piece of William Morris. I can pop that on here. I think I will. Now, before we get too much further, just in case I can't get them all finished, I don't know if I might stick that there. I'll finish this, that'll make 6, and then I'm going to do something else to them, just so that I can get this sort of stuff done before the end of the video. I'm going to stick that on there. That up there. Like that. And I may as well use up the rest of this. I wonder if my daughter's bought a new calendar this year and if it's got pretty paper. Because this was from a calendar that she had bought and it was all William Morris prints. And she gave it to me. She thought I might use it. And I said, yes, I will use it. Thank you so much. I'm just sticking things random. I'm not even really thinking about where the colours go together or anything. I'm just doing it. Okay. Now, it's a bit big. That one will do. Actually, down there would be better. Yeah, it's another tuck spot. A tuck spot with a tuck spot. Okay. So how many do I have with tuck spots? I've got 3. Maybe I'll do one for these ones as well. What else have I got here? So I'm just about to finish off the last couple of little tuck spots, and then I'm going to add some playing cards. Another thing that I don't use very often. They're in my stash, and I actually do hoard them because I've got some gorgeous ones. A couple of them that I'm actually going to use in this session. I only have one of each. I bought them online, and that was a long time ago. Paid a lot of money, like $3 or $4 per card. Craziness. That was a long time ago. So yeah, so now I'm just going to do these last couple of tuck spots. I wasn't actually setting out to do like a double tuck spot on, like, you know, for this. It was just going to be the one in the cluster and not this extra little one that sits on the top. But I just I don't know, I just went with the flow of my imagination, and this is what I ended up with. So and I'm putting page tabs on these clusters as well, just for something a little bit different, and it'll also be somewhere where I can attach the charms as well, which I did intend to do from the beginning. So I'm just preparing them all now. I'm just gonna snip all the corners, and I wish I had a whale tail punch thingy, but I don't. I don't have any sort of punch for page tabs, so I have to make my own, and they're, you know, simple enough. A piece of paper, fold it in half. So yeah, and what I tend to use for these is, you know, when you buy, if you do buy a Stamperia kits or any sort of scrapbooking paper kit, they give you like a small portion of what each page looks like that comes on the, like, the front or back cover. I always keep those pages because they're not very big images of the whole page, but they're just enough to add in somewhere. I quite often use them under a label, or just to fill in a small spot on a page, or a card that I'm making, and they are very useful for creating page tabs. They're almost the right size. They're just a little bit bigger. You do have to cut them down a little bit usually, but yeah, so when I buy a kit, a scrapbook kit, I try and use as much of what's in that package as I can, and yeah, not too much of it goes to waste. So yeah. So each one will get one, and that'll determine which side of the journal it gets attached to. So these are really cool little tuck spots. They offer a bit of different interest rather than just cutting or tearing down a corner of a page, cardstock or whatever, to attach to your journal page, and then embellishing it with a fussy cut or a sentiment or whatever. These are just, a little bit different, and they can be put anywhere almost on the page, and have a card or a piece of paper tucked in underneath, and even if it's not glued on two sides, the ephemera that you're sliding in underneath it does stay there. I've never known anything to fall out, so I quite like these. I don't usually make these ahead of time. Most times when I do these, I do them on the spot when I'm embellishing pages. I think the last lot of clusters I did, which was some time ago now, I did do bigger ones, and they could be used for this. But they were different to this though. They were just a cluster. They didn't have another little tuck spot on the top, and I didn't put page tabs on them. And while I haven't used any lace, I could add lace when I actually add it to the journal, depending on where I'm putting it. As to what lace I'm going to add to it, I don't know. Whatever takes my fancy on the day, and whatever I think the journal needs. So, yeah. If you're putting this like near the top of a page or halfway down the side, a piece of lace that is like a little bit longish, can dangle down from the bottom of the tuck spot. That would look really cool. But I'm leaving it until I actually do put them into journals. As it is, I've already sort of decided where it's got to go because of the page tab. And if I add lace, that sort of limits me even more. So, I think it's just best to leave it until I need it. So now with the playing cards, I decided I would put a bit of journaling paper on the back, and again I'm just using bits of whatever, what I've got, rather than just one whole piece. I should get my my playing cards out and do some mixed media on them. I haven't done that yet, so I actually left 2 at the end of this because I think I decided that I was going to try putting a little bit of paint on the back and playing around with some paint and maybe stencils or something. So yeah. So I hope that this has been able to inspire you Mine have turned out completely different to the ones I saw on Amity Bloom's video, and so they've definitely got my style in them, and I have added more to them than what she did. So yeah. Oh, this card, I was not gonna I was being very persistent. It had to fit into one of these tuck spots, and it wasn't going to because of that bit sticking out. Clearly it wasn't going to fit, but I insisted it had to. I conceded in the end. Yeah, so I really enjoyed making these. I just went with the flow. I didn't have a plan for like colours of paper or anything that I was using really. And you can see I didn't really make a dent in those two little containers of scrap papers, so I'm going to have to do some master boards, which I'll probably do over Christmas, and thank you for coming along to the video, and if you've stayed this long, that's fantastic. I'm really happy that my videos are getting watched. I did have issues with my crocodile, so I didn't record that on video. I actually put a post up in the Facebook group that I'm in, and found out that other people have had the same issues. So I've used my vintage buttons, and I've used charms, and I think these look really cool. They're going to look awesome. I really like the way these turned out. I'm really pleased. So again, thank you for coming to the video, and I'll say goodbye for now, and peaceful blessings to you all. I'm just going to show you how I would attach it to a page. I don't actually glue it in, I just demonstrate, because I'm not 100% sure where I want it to go, but yeah, I do demonstrate for you. So I'm just going to go and get something to slide in under there to show you that it will stay in place. Looks really cool on the page. I like it. It looks so pretty. Ah, a vintage card. So you would just put a little bit of glue along the page edge. That's it. And that card will stay in place. Until the next video, bye for now.